Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. That's the thing is it starts to in the summer, you lose track of what day it actually is. But that's all right. Welcome to the 6th of July. I'm going to give you a moment to grab your coffee, your tea, your bevy of choice for virtual coffee club. Doesn't have to be about coffee if you don't want it to be. And we will connect. As you log in to have coffee this morning, please make sure you say hi in the comments. Oh, it's such a beautiful morning this morning. Just soaking it all in. Though, I find it challenging to get up earlier in the summer, which really it should be easier because it's light out sooner. But I find it challenging because you don't have to get up to do the whole school routine. So you're like, well, I'll just sleep in a little bit longer. And then I miss my favorite part of the morning is the early still part of morning. But yeah, it is what it is this week, I guess. Good morning, Megan. How are you this morning? Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Angie. I'll give people another few seconds to get settled. I don't know if I'm even I could easily go back to sleep and just have a nap already. How crazy is that? Summer vibes, I'm calling it. Summer vibes. We just want to relax. We just want to chill out. We just want to be. And I think that's a really, come to think of it, that's probably a really good mentality to have during the summer. The birds in this neighborhood, I swear to goodness, they are noisy 24/7. They sounded like this yesterday morning. I worked out on the deck yesterday. They sounded like this all day. We had dinner on the deck last night. They sounded like this last night. Like they just don't stop. It's like one of those, those like calming music things that you could have in the background. And some people like to have nature sounds and maybe they'd have birds chirping and like water. It's like this constant reel. And I haven't decided yet if it's beautiful or if I'm ready to go crazy. I'm going to stick with beautiful so I don't go crazy. Kelly, good morning. How are you today? So yeah, there's a lot of noisy birds that they just give her. But I'm not opposed to their beautiful songs, I guess. It could be worse. There could be way worse things that it would be happening all the time. You could name them in the comments if you wanted, like what noise in your neighborhood would be worse on a continual loop roll than sing-song birds. Yeah, you could put that in there for sure. So how are you on this Wednesday morning? How's your summer going so far? I know Jenny here. Happy birthday month, Miss Jenny. We are both celebrators of the entire month of July. Sue says crows. Yep. Crows on a continuous loop would not be joyful. That would make you feel a little bit crazy. I feel like the mosquitoes are on a continuous loop these days. I want to get one of those things where it clears out your deck. I bought a citronella plant. They're actually kind of cool because I like foliage. So I bought this citronella plant and it smells like a little bit like that. But it doesn't give off quite enough. I feel like you'd need 1,000 of these along your deck, but I thought a little bit doesn't hurt. And then it's just like beautiful foliage too. Oops. So yeah, that's the highlight of my week is I bought a citronella plant. I know, shit's getting real over here at the Seeley house. Where did I find that plant? I got that at Canadian Tire in High River, is where I got that guy. And look at this one. I thought this one was really cute to get too. And I bought it strictly, I mean, outside of how beautiful it looks, I bought it strictly for its name because it's called Coffee Cups. How cute is that? I know I still got to plant them into something. Baby steps. I feel like I was like when you go shopping for your deck um, things in July as opposed to May when everyone else goes. The selection is a little different. However, I found a couple of things I probably wouldn't have bought normally, so I think that's a win. Um, Welcome to the show about random nothings today. That's kind of the way my brain is feeling. I do want to say thanks to everyone who came to the first meditation classes on Monday night. They were amazing, and we had such a great night. And I've had lots of interest in a virtual option for those who aren't in this neck of the woods. So I think we'll be bringing out some details for what that would look like. Maybe to start even as early as next week to do some fun in July. Sue says she's got a bunch started. She hasn't planted. I feel like last year we kind of all went overboard with our plants and flowers. I mean, I had a lot, but that's because we weren't going anywhere. We weren't having any holidays. We weren't really doing anything the last couple of years, right? So we took that time and really put it into the spaces where we were going to spend the most amount of time. And I don't have a yard. I only have like a veranda. So that was where the bulk of my time was going to be spent and having some fun with. And so that's what I did. This year, my schedule has been so busy with the rodeo season, which I'm grateful for, but I just haven't really spent that much time. So then it's like, oh yeah, we got to get those things planted before I kill them. Kelly says, I used to clean a house years ago in the city and she had 4 boys and the boys' bathroom had a big window. So she kept a citronella plant in there to keep the boy smell down. Ooh, we might need to buy some more citronella plants. We might need to, or we'll move it up to, we'll move it up to Caden's room for the winter. Because yeah, that boy smell, that's a real thing. What else is on your mind on this Wednesday morning? What's going on in the world? Well, without going into what's going on in the world, because I don't want us to feel down today. But I guess the big thing is the Calgary Stampede starts this week. The big parade is coming up on Friday. And of course, the parade marshal, one of the parade marshals this year is Kevin Costner. Maybe you've heard of him. So that's exciting. The other parade marshal has a local tie to our foothills community, and by his name is Mr. John Scott. And Mr. Scott is very heavily involved in the movie scene into Alberta and has been for a number of years. And he's got a beautiful chunk of land where a lot of the filming takes place. He even has a big, there's a big like fake set out on his land, which is kind of cool also. And he's been an integral part of the film industry in our province and really fighting for a lot of the things behind that. So he is this, I guess, the second parade marshal, the other parade marshal. Um, I don't know how much, like hopefully he's getting a little as much spotlight as Kevin Costner, but I think too, I mean, Kevin Costner's been a popular huge star for many of years, but I feel like that's been reignited with the wildfire we call Yellowstone. But it should be interesting. There is a ton going on in the city of Calgary. If you're into the Stampede vibe, the grounds are going to be in full force this year. There is bands booked everywhere in full force this year. So there's a lot of opportunity to check out the music and the fun and the crazy. And yeah, I don't know if like between you and me, I don't know if I'm feeling that vibe this year. Just the thought of the crowds and the music. I don't know if I'm getting older, if it's relaxing from COVID. I mean, and I've spent every year the entire Stampede at the grounds for, gosh, 10 plus years, uh, covering it from a media perspective. And even with my own company over the last few years, we've gone down and done rodeo coverage and interviews and different things. And this year, we just didn't feel it. We're like, let's just take another break. And maybe we'll fire that back up next year, or maybe we won't. I really just leave it up to what feels right in the moment. But yeah, the thought of that just is not my jam this year. However, we get to travel with our rodeo company this year to Manitoba for several days. Mosquito on the computer. So I'll be gone for a good chunk of Stampede anyway, but excited that I get to broadcast from a couple of spots in Manitoba with upcoming virtual coffee clubs. So that's kind of fun. Sue says her son-in-law's band, The Man Who, will be playing. So that's cool. Look that up. Or if Sue, if you want to post their concert dates, that's cool. We'll share it. But there's going to be a lot. If you are a fan of live music, the Stampede Week, you could just go and hit. You don't even have to go to the grounds. You would be able to hit live music throughout the city pretty much everywhere. So that's kind of exciting. It's nice to have what's nice about it, I guess, at the end of the day, outside of my like, oh, do I feel like doing that? Is I'm really excited the option is there for people this year, that people can go and have the fun they want to have and do the things that they want to do and hear the music and take the rides and all of that kind of stuff. I think it will be awesome. It'll be awesome for them for sure. So enjoy that. Outside of, I feel like that event takes over the entire world. The other fun thing I think that comes with stampeding per se is pancake breakfasts, right? There's going to be pancake breakfasts all over the city again. I don't know if you love pancake breakfasts, but lots of times communities around in Southern Alberta will have pancake breakfasts during this week also. So if you know of some cool community pancake breakfasts coming up, throw that in there. I think it becomes full swingish too for events in different communities. So if you got something coming up in your community, by all means, throw that into the comments as well and share. Yeah. What else? What else is on your mind today? I usually have something I like to ramble about, but I'm not going to lie. Today, I'm just feeling really just chill outside of this bench, this rickety bench that you can see behind me. Really is just like the whole thing. It's old. It's so old. It's falling apart. I went and bought new cushions a couple of years ago and it works really well. But I found, I don't know, we need more ergonomic deck furniture. I don't know if that's a thing, probably for $1 million, but I found working out here for the entire day yesterday maybe wasn't the most beneficial for the old bones, but so I'm thinking like I need an ergonomic deck chair because I feel like with days are like this is where I want to work all summer for sure. On the days that we'll be working, this is it. So yeah, if you see an ergonomic deck chair, pass it my way. So that's that. There's not a lot in my brain today. We're working on booking some guests for the remainder of July, just so we can have some fun conversations throughout our summer with Coffee Club. I think just a heads up, we'll probably take some time off in the month of August to do a little, I'm feeling definitely like, and I know by the time that comes, especially with this schedule, it will be recharge time for this young lady. So we'll be taking some time off in August. But in the meantime, we're going to keep having some fun. And yeah, I'm working on something. I'm hoping that I'll be able to, like, I've been given some privy information. I hate keeping secrets, but I'm pretty good at it. But I'm hoping that we're going to be able to tell you about it really soon because I think you would think it was cool. So that's what I know about that. Also really excited. I'm starting a new So we do this, of course, virtual coffee club podcast 3 times a week, but I also have an audio podcast available where all podcasts are. And I haven't done or uploaded a show in a while in that format because I've really been focusing just on connecting with you and having coffee, and that's been really great. But I've had this fun idea for a show for a little while. So we're putting that together, and very soon I'll be able to tell you a little bit more details about that and have a little bit of fun. And then I'm going to get your feedback on some potential guests for that show. So I don't know. I guess I'm just telling you like hints of things today, which is probably kind of annoying. So sorry, not sorry, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to check in and say hello this morning. Make sure everyone is well in the world. If you're catching this on the replay, please still have conversation in the comments. I go back and read through those and connect with whatever anybody's sharing today. So feel free to share a story. We can ask each other questions. We can just connect with each other in a fun, light, conversational way. I'm really excited that I get to meet an old friend that I haven't seen in a long time for breakfast later this morning. I'll be headed there next. And I think it's part of my day 6 of birthday month celebration is having breakfast with this friend. So I'm going to post a picture of that later. And it's really exciting because catching up with this old friend is, yeah, it always makes my soul feel so peaceful. So I will share that with you later also. Have an amazing rest of your Wednesday, my friends. Cheers to you. And we will see you back here on Friday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay. Bye, everybody.